Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. I was sitting here staring right at you, Wolfie. How come you were waiting so long to bark? But that's right. Welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. It's episode 418, and in the last episode, it was requested that Wolfie stay in the hidey hole with us, and now he's simply getting in the way. Excuse me, Wolfie. Excuse me. I'm trying not to pick up those things right there. Let's get out of here. Let's make sure he stands up and continue on with the journey. Can he get out? He can. In episode, like I said, did I already say episode 418 of Far Lands or Bust? All right. Ooh, there's a creeper out there. Oh, that's right. That's right. I just remembered. There is some interestingness that we have to take care of. In that we discovered there was probably indeed, actually sit back down, Wolfie, enjoy the sunshine, a spawner right here. Oop, and there's my boat right there. This creeper is kind of... Alright, we'll just leave him be. Let's try to do this properly. No, no, I said no. Back away. Back away, I say. Be gone with you. That just went straight through you. Ah, come back. Alright, well, dang it. I just double tapped as if I was going to sprint. But yeah, sorry. Usually we don't have things to do right away in Far Lands or Bust. It's just walking and talking, but right now we have something to do. But yeah, it's episode 418. It is Wednesday, October... you know what, I should actually... No, that's not going to work either. This is going to be a pain to uncover, is it not? Maybe I should just do half of it. Yeah, let's just do half of it at a time. So I'm going to run out of dirt. I already ran out of dirt. Now I should probably pick up that cobblestone I left behind. But yeah, it's Wednesday, October 15th, 2014. We are raising money for Child's Play charity. Go to farlandsorbust.com. Look at the donation widget tracker thing. Oh, I don't have any room. There we go. The donation tracker widget on the homepage of farlandsorbust.com tracks how much we have raised for Child's Play charity. All the money goes directly to Child's Play charity. And we are currently, before recording this episode, we are up to $13,410. So we surpassed the $400 mark, or $13,400. Oh, actually, I could probably just do this. Would this... I think this might get rid of all the source blocks, will it not? Just one layer? Yeah, I think that's kind of working. No, it's not really working. Oh, because there's that one in the middle. Dang you, middle source block! Well, like that? No. Science? No. I don't know how to Minecraft. There we go. Oh, dang it, it's 2 layers. Alright, now how about if I do one of these jobbies? Okay, alright. Everybody calm down. We're figuring this out. Most annoying spawner excavation ever. Oh, that was wrong. I wanted to do that. Yes? Are you finally going to subside? No, because there's source blocks underneath here. Dang it! This is the worst. I'm terrible. Yes, yes. There we go. Source blocks. Source blocks are gone, but then it's still open to the ocean. Oh, I'm suddenly regretting my decision here. But there might be another golden apple or something amazing down here. Maybe I should just do this by going subterranean. Subterranean homesick alien. Radiohead reference. Did that do something? That did a little bit of something. Oh my gosh, water is so annoying in this video game. Oh no. Oh no. You know what? Just go there. Just give me a break. There we go. Alright, so now we can see about actually excavating this place. Yep, it is certainly a spawner. And there's a chest! Iron. I'll take iron for my troubles, I suppose. But that's about it. Is there another chest available? No, that one's going to be more difficult to find, is it not? I'll just be like right here. Oh no. This is terrible. What kind of spawner is this? Ha! Oh my god. Okay. Alright. This is labor intensive. Where is the other... I just want to find out where the other... There might not even... Oh, it's over there. It's over there. Okay. So if we can just... quickly get to it. There it is. Buckets and cocoa beans. Nothing worth writing home about. We have made a mess of this situation. So let's blame it on somebody else and walk away. That's normally how you deal with messes, is it not? Whew, alright, so, yeah. Welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. I can now properly start the episode. Yellow. After securing that hidey hole, grabbing Wolfie, and where is my compass? We don't want to be going in the wrong direction. There's my compass. I was about to set off in the wrong direction, to be honest with you. Yeah, this way. Wolfie's right. Let's go this way. This way is west. Now that it's halfway into the day. Oh, terrible. So terrible. But we are indeed continuing on. Just a reminder, a little bit over a week from now, a partial solar eclipse for those of us in North America at sunset. Just search, I don't know, just search solar eclipse October 2014 and you'll get all the details. NASA has a website, there's a Wikipedia about it. They give you your charts and your estimated times depending on where you would be observing from. Like I said, it kind of favors those on the west coast of America. But gonna be kind of something cool and astronomical. It's astronomically awesome, man. Totally tubular. Did I forget to make Wolfie stand up? Hold on, let's get him spawning over here. I just kind of thought about that right now. Alright, let's get him to spawn on this island, hopefully. I don't think I did. No, yeah, because he got up and... There he is. Yeah, alright. Got it. No, we want to go this way. Indeed, so that's the October 23rd, next Thursday evening, so check that out. Like I said, we are going to be taking a slight break from Far Lands or Bust after this week, so this and Friday's episodes will be the last episodes probably of October until the dust settles, as it were. As it were, and as it will be, was, and will continue, whatnot, and indeed, and etc. There he is, alright. That's a weird-looking tree, is it not? It's like double on the top. It's like a hybrid between your standard oak tree and your toilet brush-looking pine tree. Whew, indeed. Sorry, my brain is in like 27 places at once, and that's generally not good for the functions of your brain. It generally is better if it is all contained within your skull, but I'm just a little bit out of sorts. So I'm just gonna these next two episodes are just gonna be question episodes. Wow, is the sky here in Minecraft like a different shade of blue? It seems like super duper like turquoise, does it not? Am I going mad? Am I having a stroke? I'm smelling colors. It just looks. I suppose I never really look at it with bright open skies as I do. It's normally I'm on land, not on the ocean here. But yeah, that just looked. I mean, huh? I know that it kind of changes with the biome, I suppose, but it's kind of just something I just noticed now. But yeah, let's get to some questions here from. Well, actually, we're gonna let the sun set. We had kind of a start of the episode that was a little bit slow. Didn't make too much progress, and that's why it's so difficult for you guys to guesstimate how far we're walking every season of Far Lands or Bust, because I often get distracted. Like in the previous episode, I was walking the wrong way. In this episode, we wasted half a day by rather pointlessly digging out a very deep underwater spawner. So all of your estimations based on blocks per day, per episode, blocks per minute that I walk. They're all... Oh, I don't have any wood for which to make an elevated hidey hole on. I mean, dirt. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all I need. Thank you very much. Much obliged. Let's do that here. I could probably do it without the elevated part of it if I just sleep right away before anything spawns. Well, actually, no, I would have to torch it up pretty good. Because the way this works is not if there are monsters nearby, you cannot sleep. It's if there could be monsters nearby, they will wake you up and try to murder you. I kind of miss that dynamic. That's kind of cool. Oh well, but let's go to sleep, and we'll continue and we'll answer questions, and hopefully my thoughts are a little bit more in order in the morning. And awakeness. Yeah, see, now the sky is more of that violet blue that we are familiar with. I don't know. Like I said, sorry. I'm a little bit out of sorts. But here is a question, or a series of questions, rather, from Jesus. Sweet holy Jesus. Number 1, would you rather live in an old European-style city with brick and stone tenements? Tenements? I don't know what that word is. English. It is my first and only language. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to actually, like, slice you, but, okay. I meant for Wolfie to take care of that. Ooh. Oh! That's kind of spooky. Here, have a seat, Wolfie. We are going to investigate. Now you're just a regular old spider. Okay, I'll let you be. Thought maybe you'd come from a spawner or something, but... Would you rather live in an old European city, or with blah 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 and cobble roads, or in a modern one with steel and glass and concrete skyscrapers? Well, you may already know that I'm not a huge fan of Chicago, as in to say the downtown Chicago. Similarly with other cities as well. I mean, I appreciate the architecture, the work, the art that goes into it. And definitely the history behind it. I can appreciate the cultures. You know, a lot of people who love living in cities. It's all about the cultures and the food and the world-class entertainment. Stuff like that. But I'm just not a particular fan of the aesthetic or the the general. What's the word I'm looking for? Claustrophobia, I feel, in the large cities. It was 5 or 6 or 10 episodes ago, somebody asked, they were traveling to Chicago, and if I had any recommendations on things to do or whatever. And my response, people replied, was like, gee, Kurt, make sure you never work for the city of Chicago's travel department, because that is not a ringing endorsement. And yes, I do understand that... a lot of times my thoughts are not quite that great about the city, and even my sister who lives in the city came back and was like, that was very depressing to hear, your thoughts on the place upon which I live. So, sorry. Ooh, look at this tree. It's like a double trunk tree. Double trunk tree, double trunk tree. You're doubly trunky. So, I would probably, if I had to choose between the two, I would go with the European-style city. But I really wouldn't probably choose, as long as it's not in Europe, maybe. I prefer, I don't want to live in, like, rural farmlands, or in, the boonies, in the mountains. The mountains! Mountain man in a cabin or anything like that. I do like the modern conveniences of cities or city living. There are, certainly you look at different apartments or condos in the city, and it's like, ooh, those are fancy and nice, and it looks really cool and secure, and they have air conditioning and central heating and things like that. Certainly the modern conveniences I appreciate over the old character style And even, you know, a lot of that you can find in the cities too. If you go into the older parts of town, you can find old apartments with brick walls, but they also have, you know, the little radiator heaters and air conditioning units in the windows. I could not deal with that. That was certainly a requirement when searching for places, is that they have to have central air conditioning. I'm sorry, I've been spoiled, and I demand such things as these. Woof, Wolfie does too. Wolfie demands creature comforts because he is a creature. But yeah, I don't. That's a tough question. But I would probably, I don't know, maybe one day for a couple of years, I'll decide, you know what, let's try out city living for a little bit just to see. But it is expensive. There is the whole crowded aspect of it. There is the whole aspect that it really makes absolutely no sense to own a car, which is very much in opposite to my enthusiasm about cars. I said that weird a little bit weird. I said that weird a little bit weird? Word a little bit weird. I said word weird too. Enthusiasm. Enthusiastic. Enthusiasm about cars and owning a car or cars. Yeah. But so that kind of goes against that sort of my interests in that regard. Also the whole astronomy thing. You can't do any astronomy in a modern city at all. Well, you can, but it's not enjoyable. So, yeah, I suppose that's kind of a roundabout answer to that question. Jesus' second question. You recently... Oh, I've recently... It said, you recently had a little fender bender. I did? Did you run into my car? Do I have to go out and check? No, I recently had a little fender bender. It was my fault, he says. Never admit that. You never admit that. Which makes me curious, have you ever been in a car accident? No, I have not. No, I have not. Surprisingly, well, I'm like jinxing myself here. Knock on wood. Neither as a passenger nor as a driver have I been in a car accident. I've witnessed car accidents, certainly. I've come close, but avoided due to my awesome skills that I have honed through the likes of racing video games since I was a very small boy. No, but no, I've never gotten in an actual car accident. The closest I could say is I spun out before. I've spun out once. It was rainy. I hydroplaned. There was no other cars around. Took a turn a little bit too fast, as those of us who might be, you know, I was younger and didn't quite have all the years of driving experience under my belt, and I hit a puddle wrong, and woo, suddenly I'm facing the wrong way, but didn't hit anything or anything like that. Hit anything or anybody, and everything was fine. But that, you know, that was what I would say would be the closest to being in an accident that I could say. But otherwise, no, I've never ever been in an accident, in a vehicular incident, as it were. So I'm just that awesome of a driver, guys. Just keep keep that in mind. Hello, make a turn here. I don't know if I can continue on through here. No, that's pointless. All right. Finally, from Jesus, do you like pistachios? I was kind of thinking you would ask about certain types of cheese, maybe. I don't know. But do I like pistachios? I guess I do. I can't say I've purchased or eaten exclusively pistachios in a long time. I can't remember the last time I've gotten like the whole nut pistachio. You know, the ones that Stephen Colbert... Ooh, that's a spawner. The ones that Stephen Colbert is a spokesperson for now. So yeah, I don't know the last time I've actually cracked open an actual pistachio nut. What am I doing, Kurt? I don't know, I'm like... I'm on a spawner finding... Oh, that might not be a spawner after all. Ah! Uh-oh, no, Wolfie, don't attack that guy. No. We are going to... Dang it. You know what, that probably is a spawner, but I really don't care. We are, yeah, he wants that zombie now. No, forget about him. Forget about him, Wolfie. I'm gonna have to kill it, aren't I? Yeah, he wants that zombie. Over here, Wolfie! Please forget about the zombie. Oh, Lord. Now what have I done? Have you forgotten about the zombie? I don't know. You're still looking in that direction. Yeah, and he's going in that direction. This is going to be interesting. I wonder how long that'll last. How about if I feed you? Forget about the zombie. Oh, okay. Yep, let's go. Yeah, okay, he forgot about the zombie. That's good. I didn't really quite know what that, No! Forget about the zombie, I say! Know what that mechanic is. Will he, like... I suppose when the chunk unloads, he'll forget about him. But yeah, I think, I've gotten, you can get the little, mixed nuts in a little container. And, I think the last one I had, strangely, had pistachios. The unshelled versions. And I'm like, these are tasty. But they're kind of expensive, aren't they? Like, in the mixed nuts, there were like, maybe 10. No, is this lava? No. There were maybe, you know, just a few. They're kind of like cashews or things like that. Or the gigantic Brazil nut. The Brazil nut. Those are very meaty and interesting. But pistachios, they're alright, but I can't say I seek them out exclusively amongst the nut or legume family. Tree nut? Is it a tree nut? I'm not exactly sure its classification. But yeah, thank you, Jesus, for the donation to Child's Play charity, but also the questions. Oh, I guess I'll make this one out of cobble. This is a super strong elevated hidey hole. Let's also make it super long for some reason. Let's do that, and plonk down the bed. And we'll go to sleep here and continue answering questions in the morning. And pistachios-ness. What else have we got here? From a patron, David. Considering your training in design and your interest in cars, have you ever considered a career in automobile design? Or did you ever consider a career, I suppose, past tense? It's too late for me now. I cannot consider additional careers. I did, throughout high school, I took a lot of drafting and engineering, kind of, you know, in high school. They're not exactly, like, full-fledged courses, like preliminary, like, judge your interest in this career type courses. And yeah, I was interested in the automotive design part of it, and I've certainly done my fair share of sketches of cars and vehicles and things. Ooh, that's interesting. It's almost like a pre-made parkour map that you could never make any of those jumps, by the way. So yeah, it'd be interesting, and certainly even more, maybe not to the degree of like designing a car for a car company, like a new car or concept cars, but maybe car customization, like you take an image of like a, I don't know, like a 55 Buick or something like that, but then redesign it so that you kind of chop the hood a little bit and lower it and do custom things to it. Like that sort of design is interesting. It almost at that point just becomes car automotive art as opposed to like design, unless you're actually going to turn around and then say, yes, I'm going to build this thing that I've drawn. So yeah, that's kind of where that lies, but not really. I do a lot. You know what I did do a lot of like design was airplanes. When I was a kid, I was really into more into airplanes than I was cars. I've told the story I've told the story about how I used to be Canadian. I told the story about how I like throughout middle and into high school, I had considered wanting to join the Air Force because I wanted to be a pilot and all that crazy stuff. And I really drew a lot of like airplanes, like trying to design different airplanes, whether or not they be like military airplanes or commercial airplanes, and just like designing different wing designs and stuff like that would be kind of crazy. And I really got into paper airplanes. There were like these, not just folded, but like these actual like paper airplane kits you could buy that were like crazy complicated, and they like, I almost swung at Wolfie. No, I want the pig. Boosh. Now whoop, that pig just jumped to his doom. But yeah, they were like they're pretty crazy designs, and they even like looked like, you know, like, oh, here's a P-51 Mustang, but a paper airplane, and it flies like super far, and there are actually like apparently paper airplane competitions, and all these crazy designs take place. But I was into that for a little bit as well, but not so much anymore. Not so much anymore. Sorry, I got an itch on my nose. A nose on my itch. But yeah, thanks for that question and for being a patron, David. Here's an anonymous question through the Child's Play charity donations. There have been YouTube channels in the past that were shut down for whatever reason. So my question to you is, what would you do if you could no longer use YouTube to post your videos? I would go insane, or, well, more insane than I currently am, and would completely lose my mind. Moo, indeed. I'm not sure. I don't know that I... Well, I don't know, but you could... Oh god, I almost pushed Wolfie down there. You could probably look at Milby's response to when his channel wrongly got shut down, and probably apply me to that same sort of reaction. It would definitely be a lot of outrage, a lot of panic, a lot of somebody help me figure this out, because this is kind of what I've been depending on sort of situation. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of thinking about that before, that there really is no alternative, unfortunately. And that's kind of one of the big problems, I suppose, with YouTube, you know, as ingrained as I am, obviously, in the system. And you're just part of the system, man. Just working for the man. You know, as much as I am ingrained in it, it is very unfortunate that there is no real competition, in that it causes YouTube not to need to address certain concerns or issues or whatever that another service or website or anything would need to do in to keep competitive. And that's Dinnerbone a couple years ago wrote well, maybe a year ago, wrote a blog post on his own personal blog about how YouTubers, particularly the Let's Players and the video game YouTubers, really help out developers and this and that and the other, and how YouTube should, you know, it's really a shame and really a bad thing how there is no competition for YouTube. You know, as far as the gaming arena is concerned, you could say Twitch, but Twitch pales in comparison to YouTube. Just on the whole for the gaming. Wow, is my like render distance longer than it usually is? This is as far as it goes. I have the render distance on far, but for some reason I'm being additionally blown away by the landscapes we're being introduced to here on Far Lands Bus today. Here, Wolfie, come on up here and have a seat. It's going to be pretty crazy postcard picture time. Let's... Oh, I don't have any blocks, so let's do that. All right, F1? Yep. Wolfie? There we go. Woof. Yeah, it's just like... Maybe it's just because it's wide open. There aren't any like trees or mountains in the way. It just looks extra expansive right now. This will be a nice place for a house. You're looking over the vista. But yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. So yeah, there really is nowhere else to go. I can't just host videos on my own website because the bandwidth would absolutely destroy any sort of profit margin I would be making from either, you know, that's the other thing. I can't sell my own, well, I would have to, but I can't sell my own advertising. Obviously, the Patreon thing certainly makes up for that, but the only reason Patreon works is if there is a venue for me to post the content that people are you know, subscribing to through Patreon. So, yeah, I'm not sure what I would do. I mean, certainly it would be quite the stressful endeavor. But I think we're okay. We're okay right now. But yeah, it is a little bit of all your eggs in one basket. But I mean, if anybody's proven, you know, you look at somebody like Sevidus has proven that you can instead, he has a kind of a special situation where he's actually directly partnered with Twitch with a certain arrangement, but you know, he's proven that live streaming could be somewhere where 100% of one's content kind of is going towards. So there's that, I suppose, is a little bit of a consolation, I guess. But anyway, thank you very much for the question and the donation to Child's Play charity. Test for Echo asks, what if you were lucky enough to find a second golden apple? Well, I tell you what, I hope they'd stack. Because, yeah, I don't know if they stack. Maybe they don't. Maybe apples in general simply don't stack. Huh. But yeah, I would take it along for the journey. But I think, you know, we did the math probably incorrectly, but it was like 0.03% or 0.3% chance of finding a golden apple in a chest in a dungeon in this version of the game. So it is the rarest of items to find. But we found it on episode 311. And I guess if you do the math, and if you consider the fact that maybe I found one dungeon per 3 episodes of Far Lands or Bust, and doing the math, it kind of almost equaled 1. As in, yes, this, if you were going to find a golden apple, it was going to be around this time. So I think we would, for the chances to increase, we would have to wait another 311 episodes to make that number equal 2 in the equation. So I don't know. I think somebody proved my equation wrong right from the get-go. So I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, that would be cool. I don't know. I suppose at that point they would be having 2 of them would mean they were less rare than I thought, and perhaps as a special thing we would eat one, or maybe feed one to Wolfie or something. For the dog, for the wolf. But yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know what exactly they do. Do they just heal all your hearts? Maybe that's what they do. But yeah, the sun sets upon another episode of Far Lands Bust. Thank you everybody for your questions. I once again apologize for my somewhat not so there commentary right now. Wolfie's gonna stay outside for tonight. I know, it's so cruel of me, but he enjoys. Yep, he enjoys. He's got a nice view here. What is that over there? Oh, that's just another double trunk tree. But yeah, let's how am I gonna do this? Let's dig in for this final hidey hole of the episode. I do appreciate everybody's continued support for both my channel, but also for Child's Play charity at farlandsbust.com. You can keep going there to donate, help get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. That's what Child's Play does. Learn more about them specifically at childsplaycharity.org. Let's see. Let's do that. Let's make the beds. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's another thing I forgot to mention that's taking a break right now. Obviously, the last couple of weeks we haven't had the weekly live stream. That will return. Wait, how did I? Where did I put the? Is the door right there? Yeah, the door is right there. That's something that I'm going to. That's obviously taking a break until all these other shenanigans can take place and get out of my brain places. So sorry about that if you've been looking forward to Mindcrack content and stuff like that. We'll return with that shortly. And I do appreciate everybody's patience and, of course, seeing the number for Child's Play charity continue to rise in spite of all this. It warms my heart. A fuzzy, warm feeling. Fuzzy, wuzzy. Woof. So, thank you very much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. Suddenly I'm facing the wrong way.